गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। आवाज जा रही है सभी को?
यस सर।
ओके डन। जितने लोग प्रेजेंट है वो अपना अटेंडेंस दे लो।
यस सर।
5 मिनट वेट करते हैं, सभी लोग ज्वाइन कर लेंगे फिर स्टार्ट करेंगे क्लास। So let's start the class. I think one of you have joined. सिर्फ 10 लोगों ने अभी तक अटेंडेंस अपलोड किया है। जो भी प्रेजेंट है अपना अटेंडेंस एलएमएस पोर्टल पर पुट अप कर दो। So this is our last topic of Unit 4. We have completed our transformer, then synchronous machine, then we have seen some parts of your induction machine also. The single phase also has been done in the previous class, last class. Last topic of this electrical machine is your DC machine. And out of that DC machine, we have to study mainly about the DC motor part. We don't have to study mainly the DC generator part. As you already know, the DC generator is used to generate the electricity in DC form. But when you talk about the DC motor, it consumes or it takes the electric current or it delivers it takes the electric current from the supply of the DC form. Mainly the construction of your DC machine is quite similar to that of your say synchronous machine and your induction machine. The main part is different of the appliances that we use in the core of the DC machine. Okay. Now, as we are moving to the DC motor part, that means motor. We are talking about the motor part. So motor is mainly the device or the machine which converts what? Anybody? Motor is what?
Mechanical into electrical energy.
Mechanical to electrical.
Motor.
Kanaya? Motor.
Elect- Electrical to mechanical.
Electrical to mechanical.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Fine. So we are going so mainly a machine normally DC machine में क्या होता है कि जो कोर पार्ट में होता है कोर पार्ट में आपका जनरेशन एसी पार्ट का ही होगा एसी सिस्टम ही जनरेट करेगा बट ड्यू टू सम डिवाइस और यू कैन से ड्यू टू सम इक्विपमेंट that AC will be converted into DC format and that is known as your commutator. The device which converts AC to DC or you can say DC to AC is named by a commutator and commutator is related with a brush. Brush means that brush is made up of carbon or you can say graphite. Normally for a large machine, larger section of the machine, we use your graphite brushes. But for the smaller machine or many places, let us say 90% of the DC machine consumes your carbon brush as because carbon has negative temperature coefficient because of the and the resistivity of the carbon is very much less so that's why we use normally the carbon brushes in the DC machine. Now the as you already know the rotating part of the machine is known as rotor. The static part is named as your stator. So those are the basic things that you already know. So normally the working principle in DC machine is based on your flaming. There are two types of forces will be there. First one will be your used as Lorentz force that you have already discussed in the class 11-12. Then there was a force exerted due to the velocity of the conductor, that is F equal to BIL sin theta, that we use the formula. And third one is Fleming's left hand rule. In these three rules will be applied for knowing the basic working principle of your induction your DC motor, okay, or you can say just the DC machine. So in this way, in this DC machine, as you can say, this is your terminal box. This is the shaft on which the rotor will be mounted, and this is the outer frame. And within this outer frame, inside this outer frame, the construction, or you can say the winding of the DC machine is placed. Okay. Now let us show. This is your AC motor, and this is your DC motor construction. By seeing, you cannot differentiate between AC motor and DC motor. But as you know, with the difference in construction in the outer frame of the induction machine and DC machine, you can differentiate which one is your induction machine and which one is your DC machine. Normally, in your induction machine will have a frame like this, a whole you can say 12 kg induction motor or slip ring induction motor frame looks like this. But for the DC machine, this is compact outer frame. Okay. Now for the DC machine, normally we calculate about the DC generator part and the DC motor part. So DC generator is not our in syllabus, so I'm not going to discuss about the DC generator, as because the generation is mainly done by your synchronous generator, and synchronous generator is mainly AC type. If you want to take a DC generation part, then we can use a rectifier, so that the AC can be converted into DC, and that can be used in the many applications. So DC generation is very much not efficient or economical, or you can say very much in use. So normally we talk about the DC motor part. That means it that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. That is our DC motor. So there are many types of DC motor. So we will discuss the types, but before that we will discuss something about the working construction and working principle. So in the construction part, we will have some outer frame, then there is a stator, then there is a brush, then there is a pole. So all we will deal in the next session. Okay, this is the construction. So here, this is the outer frame, this is the terminal box. Terminal box is hinged with the nut and bolts. So this terminal box is placed on the outer frame of the machine. This is the closer frame, the front frame, and the back frame of the machine to protect the winding of the machine. It should not be get damaged by electrical or mechanical things. So this frame is covered with the outer frame, outer frame. Okay, so this is the inner part of the frame, or you can say the stator part of the DC machine. Is look like this. That means this the gray part is your pole. This gray part is pole, and this is the yellowish type color represents your the winding. This yellowish color, or you can say slightly orange color, you can see that this is a color of copper wire. So this copper wire represents your stator winding. Okay, now as you can see, these poles are not compact, or like a solid pole is given, or place is left between two poles. Let us say this is north pole and this is your south pole. Similar, this is called a heteropolar system. This is called heteropolar. There are two types of construction of poles in the machine. One is homopolar section and another is heteropolar section. Heteropolar means one north pole will be here, then the another will be here will be south pole, then again this will be a north pole, then again this will be a south pole. That is called a homopolar. But when you talk about heteropolar, here if you place north pole, then again this will be a north pole, then this will be a south pole, and this will be a south. That means north pole and south pole will be across 180 degree, or in the same line. As this will be a north pole, then in the opposite direction the pole is placed is of south pole. Similar case occurs for the other two poles. So the pole, if depending upon the position of the poles, the name is given as heteropolar or homopolar section. Normally in all electrical machines we use heteropolar systems. The pole is placed as about the heteropolar system, so that it can work efficiently and smoothly. Okay, now this is the outer frame. The rotor part will be within this stator frame. So this is the outer of this pole is named as your pole shoe. As you can say, the outer surface of this pole is named as your pole shoe. Okay, or you can say pole cover, which is projected inward. As you can say, this is the inward section of the DC machine. So we can say that this pole face is projecting towards inward section. So this face or this side of the pole is known as pole shoes. Okay, and the outer part of the pole is known as total number of pole or pole legs is normally named is. Okay, as you can see, this is the core part. This is the winding. This is the winding provided on the pole of the machine, pole of the DC machine. This is the inner part, or you can say this is the inner part of the pole. So this is named as pole shoe, or you can say pole faces. So these two poles, as you can say, there are 4 poles are given. 4 number of poles: first, second, third, fourth. Okay, so depending upon the availability upon the heteropolar system, this will be north pole, this will be south pole, then this will be this will be north pole, this will be north pole, this will be south pole, and this will be again your north south pole. Okay, north, south, south. तो अच्छा, एक बात और कि अगर कॉइल अगर इसमें रोटेट किया जाता है, अगर मान लो एक कॉइल है, एक वायर है, वायर को अगर रोटेट किया जाता है एक नॉर्थ पोल और साउथ पोल की तरफ, तो एक कॉइल का 2 पार्ट होगा. फर्स्ट, द कॉइल व्हिच गोज across this pole will have 2 number of turns, will have 2 single coil will complete 2 number of turns. That means अगर सिंगल कॉइल एक वुंड किया जाएगा इसके पोल के अक्रॉस, तो 2 नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स होगा. एक इस नॉर्थ पोल से साउथ पोल की तरफ जाएगा, और दूसरा क्या होगा, साउथ पोल से नॉर्थ पोल की तरफ आएगा. तो एक कॉइल विल, a single coil will comprise 2 number of turns in a single rotation. If we have n number, हाँ करेंगे.
ऐसा क्यों?
मान लो अगर तुम यहाँ से अगर एक नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स, क्या होगा कि यहाँ से वायर लेकर सिर्फ इस, मान लो ये नॉर्थ पोल है और ये साउथ पोल है, अगर नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स सिंगल है तो तुम यहाँ से सिर्फ एक वायर को यहाँ से सिर्फ यहाँ तक ही जा पाएगा. दैट इज योर फर्स्ट नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स. बट अगर उसको रिटर्न करोगे तो वो 2 नंबर सेकंड नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स हो गया ना, वो सिंगल कॉइल बन जाएगा. सिंगल कॉइल में 2 नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स होगा. ठीक है. अब मान लो अगर लेटस से 10 मीटर का एक डिस्टेंस है, 10 मीटर का एक डिस्टेंस है, तो अच्छा लेटस से अगर 2 सिटी है, ए से बी है, ठीक है, तो हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, ए से बी मूव करने के लिए एक बार जाना होगा और फिर बी से ए की तरफ मूव करने के लिए सेकंड बार आना होगा. तो एक कंप्लीट सर्किट के लिए, कंप्लीट सर्कुलर पोर्शन के लिए तुमको 2 बार मूव करना होगा. फर्स्ट ए टू बी, देन बी टू.
Sir, you have muted yourself.
सर आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. आवाज नहीं आ रहा है सर.
सर बोल नहीं रहे हैं अभी. सर आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा.
आ रहा है.
यस सर.
ओके, तो वो बात समझ में है कि ए से बी का जो टू सिटीज है, अगर उसको रोटेट करना है, कंप्लीट सर्किट करना है, कंप्लीट पाथ करना है, फर्स्ट वी हैव टू मूव फ्रॉम ए टू बी, देन बी टू ए. सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स हैपेंस इन दिस कॉइल कंस्ट्रक्शन. दैट मींस इफ one coil is made of 2 number of turns, first number of turns will move from let us say this is your section A and this is section B. First turn will go from A to B and then second will go from B to A. अब depending upon the availability of the current direction, the number of turns or the coil will show 2 types of current direction. First, when you move from A to B, then either the current will flow from towards the inward current or you can say outward current. ठीक है. तो अगर इनवर्ड करंट है तो क्रॉस साइन से डिनोट होगा, और आउटवर्ड करंट है तो वो डॉट साइन से डिनोट होता है. ये चीज हम सिंक्रोनस मशीन में ऑलरेडी हम बता चुके हैं कि डॉट कन्वेंशन और क्रॉस कन्वेंशन करंट का क्या होता है. ओके, अगर कहीं पे क्रॉस कनेक्शन दिया हुआ है, मतलब क्रॉस सर्कुलर विथ क्रॉस कनेक्शन, that means current is flowing inwards to the section, but if it is flowing in the dot then it will show the outward current. So अगर एक कॉइल में 2 नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स है तो एक तो करंट जाएगा मान लो इनवर्ड की तरफ, तो सेकंड वाला ऑटोमेटिक वो आउटवर्ड की तरफ मूव करेगा. ठीक है. अगर उसको राइट हैंड थंब रूल की तरफ भी अगर यूज करोगे तो जो आपका थंब है वो आपको इनवर्ड जो करंट का डायरेक्शन है वो शो कर देगा, और जो फ्लक्स है वो डायरेक्शन आपको जो रेस्ट ऑफ द फिंगर्स है वो आपको शो कर देगा. तो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द फ्लक्स डायरेक्शन एंड द your thumb direction, you can easily show that which direction of current is flowing, either they are in inward section or outward section. Okay, वो हो गया आपका कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द पोल पार्ट में कि कैसे हम करंट को शो कर सकते हैं. तो ये बताएं, ये पोल हो गया. पोल में ये जो वाइंडिंग प्रोवाइड किया गया है, एज यू कैन से दिस इज योर वाइंडिंग सेक्शन. तो दिस वाइंडिंग इज नेम्ड एज योर स्टेटर वाइंडिंग, और यू कैन से नॉर्मली फील्ड वाइंडिंग. एक सेकेंड वेट. Okay, so this is your stator winding, and the winding which is placed on the stator part is also named as your field winding. As we have already discussed in the induction machine, the rotor winding is also named as your armature winding, but for synchronous machine, that rotor is named as your field winding. But in case of DC machine and induction machine, the rotor winding is named as your armature winding, and the stator winding is also named as your field winding. Okay, next part. So this is your magnetic field. As you can say, this is your north. Let us say this is your north pole and this is your south pole. This is your north pole and this is your south pole because of the heteropolar. Now you can see that there are two types of poles. This is your interpoles. These are the main poles, and these are smaller cross section poles is named as your interpoles. Interpoles. Okay, it has other let us say other application why we use interpole. The main pole or field pole is this one. Because of this field pole, the flux is generated on because of this flux generation, and the flux cutting action will be there because of these conductors. So EMF will be induced, and your current will flow if the short circuit occurs, or you can say if the load is provided, then only the current will flow. So this is the interpole, and this is the main field pole, and the winding is provided on the both poles. Just simple things. Now, this is your connector. This is the connector. Okay, we don't have to do this. And now you can see that this is the outer pole. This was your outer pole, and this is your rotor poles, or you can say this is the rotor part, and the rotor part is mounted on the shaft. This is the winding. This is the winding provided on the rotor part. This is your rotor winding, or you can say armature winding is given. Now this core of the machine or rotor of the machine is mainly made of a high permeable material, or you can say silicon steel. The core part of the machine is mainly done by your silicon steel, which silicon steel mainly of low hysteresis loss, and the core part is made up of this type of slits. This made up of this type of slits. This type of slits, or this called lamination part. Now this lamination is provided. Why we need lamination? Anybody in the core?
To minimize ED loss.
क्या करेंगे?
To minimize AD loss, sir. AD current loss.
हाँ, so ठीक. To minimize AD current loss, we need the lamination in the core part. और भी यहाँ simple है कि you can see that the slots is given here. Okay, these are some. अच्छा, in this diagram you can see this the path, that is this hole is named as the slots of the machine. These are slots, and the upper portion, this one, is named as your teeth of the machine. These are named as your teeth, and these are slots. And armature conductors, or you can say conductors or copper wires, are mainly placed in this slots. As you can say, these are the slots. The gaps are provided between these slits are named as the slots, and conductors, armature conductors, or you can say rotor conductors, are mainly placed in these slots. And this is the shaft, and this the cross circular portion is provided for your cross your shaft. Okay, so if we rotate the shaft, the rotor part will rotate, and if the rotor part rotates, the armature, these conductors, these are conductors, will be rotating with the rotor, as the rotor flux or the field will generate the flux from north pole to south pole, and the rotor is rotating in, say, clockwise or anti-clockwise, depending upon the availability of the phases RYB. This will move from clockwise, or if the phase sequence is different, it will move in anti-clockwise. So as the field poles is generating the fluxes from north pole to south pole, and the rotor will start to rotate, then there will be a flux cutting action, and due to the flux cutting action, the EMF will be induced in these conductors. And if the conductors are connected to the brushes of the brush, which I have told you, that is carbon brush, and carbon brush is connected with a commutator. Okay, and these conductors are connected with the commutator, and commutator will rotate with these are commutators. You can see the yellowish type circular portion is named as your commutator. Okay, this conductor is connected with the commutator. With the rotation of the rotor, this commutator will rotate, and as the commutator is rotating and the EMF is induced in the these conductors, and this EMF will be transferred to the commutator. Now the EMF that will be produced in the rotor is of AC type, but because of this commutator portion, because of this commutator part, this AC that is generated in the rotor will be converted into DC, and that DC will be used in the output. Okay, if that DC will be used in the output, and because of this only commutator, this equipment is very much important for your DC machine. Because of this commutator, your DC motor mainly named as your DC machine. Okay, or DC generator is mainly named as your DC generator. And with the absence of this machine, with the absence of this equipment, you cannot make your DC machine, electrical machine, in DC format. Okay, normally machine will generate only AC part, but because of this equipment, this machine is named as a DC motor, either DC motor or DC generator. So this machine can be work as a DC generator as well as the DC motor. Now, as you can say that how a single machine can be operated as a DC motor or DC generator. So this commutator can do two things. First, it can convert AC to DC, as well as it can convert DC to AC. So if it is converting AC to DC, that means you are generating AC part in the rotor section, and you are delivering the DC part. That means you are working as a generator part. But because of the motor section, the motor section will give you the electricity, but because of the electricity will be in AC part, and this commutator will convert the DC part. So accordingly, with the use of the application, with the variety of application, we can use the same machine as your DC generator as well as the DC motor, because of this only single equipment, that is your commutator. And brushes are mounted on this commutator. Just a few centimeter or few millimeter above this commutator, brushes are provided. Brushes are hinged with your spring. Because of the pressure and, you can say, wear and tear, the brushes must be removed after some days or some few months. It should be maintained properly, and because of that brush, that electricity that is coming in the commutator will be transferred to the brush, and that brush is connected to the terminal box, and that terminal box will give you the output of the DC machine. Okay, so as you can see, these are the commutator that we have discussed. This is the commutator, and brush will be provided mounted on the commutator part. These are the slots on which the commutators conductors, armature conductors, will be provided. This is the circular portion in which the shaft will be given, and on the shaft the commutator will be mounted. अच्छा, इस पे क्या है कि पहले मिडिल पोर्शन में शाफ्ट दिए, शाफ्ट के ऊपर हम रोटर पार्ट दिए और स्लॉट्स दिए, स्लॉट्स के बीच में शाफ्ट के ऊपर आपका कम्यूटेटर माउंट हुआ, और कम्यूटेटर के ऊपर ब्रश माउंट होगा. सो दिस इज द कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द रोटर ऑफ द डीसी मशीन. Okay, or you can say this is the armature part, armature of the DC machine. Okay, this is the shaft. You can see this is the shaft. Shaft के ऊपर rotor part mount हुआ with the commutator, and when you place all these things, you will get this complete assembly of housed cylindrical portion. अच्छा, ये these are the cylindrical rotor part. not a salient pole type. This is the bearing, ball bearings that you already have seen in your bicycles. Okay, ball bearings कोई बड़ा चीज नहीं है, due to because of this, because to reduce the friction, this ball bearings is mainly used with the lubricant. Lubricant means mobile जो use होता है, that must be provided with the ball bearings to reduce the friction in the machine, to rotate the rotor part smoothly. That's why we use the bearing in the DC machine. Working, as you can say, this is the DC source. DC source is given to the output of the or terminal box of the DC machine. This is your carbon brush. You can say this is a small section, blackish type. You can see here, this is your carbon brush, and this carbon brush is mounted on the commutator section. Okay, this is shaft. shaft के ऊपर bearing के बाद आपका commutator के बाद brush, carbon brush, and carbon brush के बाद ये conductor हो गया. These are the slots. And within the slots, your armature conductors are provided. As यहाँ पे क्या दिखाए थे अभी कुछ देर पहले, ये आपका field poles है. Field poles, this is the north pole and this is the south pole. The flux will be the flow through north pole to south pole. The direction is shown here. So यहाँ पर north pole से south pole की तरफ, एक सेकेंड, okay. So because of this part, you can see here from here, as the north pole and south pole is generating flux, ये लाइन क्या है, फ्लक्स पे जनरेट कर रहा है, फ्लक्स को शो कर रहा है. अब ये रोटर पार्ट रोटेट करेगा. As the rotor part rotates, then there will be flux cutting action, and due to the flux cutting action, the EMF will be induced in all the conductors, armature conductors across this DC motor. अगर यहाँ पर EMF induced हो गया, ये EMF induced होकर क्या होगा, ये आपका कम्यूटेटर को ट्रांसफर करेगा. कम्यूटेटर से क्या होगा, कम्यूटेटर से ब्रश की तरफ जाएगा. अगर ब्रश कनेक्टेड है किसी आउटपुट से, अगर लोड कनेक्टेड है, तो पाथ शॉर्ट सर्किट हो गया. पाथ शॉर्ट सर्किट से करंट विल स्टार्ट टू फ्लो इन द डायरेक्शन. ओके, सो दिस इज द मेनली construction part. As you can say, this is the commutator segment. Commutator segment is also known as split ring. Commutator segments or commutator is also named as split ring. As you already studied in induction machine, there is a slip ring, but in DC machine, these commutators are named as your split ring. And this is the carbon brush. ये एक बॉक्स रहता है, बॉक्स के अंदर बहुत सा कार्बन ब्रश लगा रहता है, और वो बॉक्स आपका स्प्रिंग से अटैच रहता है. एंड ड्यू टू द प्रेशर एंड दैट स्प्रिंग इज अटैच्ड विद द कम्यूटेटर सेगमेंट. यहाँ पे क्या है कि ये स्टेटर फील्ड है. अब यहाँ से नॉर्थ पोल से साउथ पोल मूव कर रहा है फ्लक्स. ये रोटर पार्ट रोटेट करेगा. ये रोटर एक सिंगल नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स लिए यहाँ पे. अगर ये रोटर पार्ट रोटेट कर रहा है तो रोटर पार्ट में क्या होगा, रोटर पार्ट में ईएमएफ इंड्यूस्ड होगा, फ्लक्स कटिंग एक्शन का. अगर ये पाथ क्लोज है तो करंट विल स्टार्ट टू फ्लो इन द डायरेक्शन. सो दिस इज द नॉर्मली वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इंडक्शन मशीन, sorry, DC machine. Okay, this is the basic things that you already studied. तो वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल. और अच्छा, ये इंसुलेटर के बीच में माइका प्रोवाइडेड, माइका इंसुलेशन इज गिवन. माइका इंसुलेशन इज प्रोवाइडेड टू, माइका इंसुलेशन क्यों दिया जाता है, एनीबॉडी? ट्रांसफॉर्मर बताए थे. ओके, टू प्रोटेक्ट द कंडक्टर्स फ्रॉम ईच अदर. बिकॉज अगर सभी कंडक्टर में आपका करंट फ्लो कर रहा है, अगर वो इंसुलेट एक दूसरे से नहीं रहेगा तो फिर वो एक दूसरे से अटैच होकर वो शॉर्ट सर्किट कर सकता है. दैट्स व्हाई वी नीड माइका इंसुलेशन इन द कम्यूटेटर सेक्शन इन द स्लॉट्स ऑफ द मशीन्स. These are the permanent magnets, these are the electromagnets. Permanent magnets क्या है कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी अगर प्रोवाइड करती है तो हमेशा के लिए मैग्नेट में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. बट ड्यू टू द दिस इज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेट. इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेट जब तक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोवाइड होगा आपका वो उसमें मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी रहेगा. बट ड्यू टू द एब्सेंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दिस मैग्नेटिज्म विल लूज विद सम टाइम. अच्छा, डीसी मशीन विल हैव सम एप्लीकेशंस आल्सो. डीसी मशीन मेनली आपका इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल, जो रिसेंट ट्रेंड्स है, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स में सबसे ज्यादा यूज है डीसी मोटर का. बिकॉज अगर डीसी मोटर में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट हो रहा है, फिर चॉपर में कन्वर्ट होगा. बैटरी है, डीसी मशीन से बैटरी स्टोरेज हुआ, चार्ज स्टोरेज हुआ बैटरी में, बैटरी से कन्वर्टेड हुआ चार्ज चॉपर में, एंड चॉप विद द चॉपर क्या होता है कि वो आपका जस्ट लाइक इन एसी द ट्रांसफॉर्म वर्क्स, इन डीसी द चॉपर वर्क्स। डीसी में जो चॉपर काम करता है, एसी में ट्रांसफॉर्म काम करता है। दैट मीन्स रेगुलेट द ट्रांसफॉर वोल्टेज और करंट ऑफ द डिजायर्ड वैल्यू। ओके, ये हो चुका, ये हो चुका, ठीक है। ऑल these things have completed construction part. Normally we will see some of the basic things in our next class. Okay, I think all of you have given the attendance. Let me see. Okay, fine. Anjali is included. Art and commerce. Science, mechanical. Given Janaki. Civil. Okay, done. Mohammad Sajad Shah. Done. Mujahid. Done. Praveen Chandra. Okay, done. Rajkumar. Done. Ranjan. Done. Isab Roshan. Done.